Hi knitters, it's Louise from Wildflower Wool and welcome back to my channel. This is the beginning of part 2 of my yarn room organization. If you joined me for part 1, you'll know that I found some interesting things as I was sorting through some of my stash. So grab your knitting, get comfy, and let's start sorting this shelf. And I'm going to move some other things over here and let's see what we find. Okay, so let's do a quick start on these two plastic shelving units. I was going to say that these are mostly stitching. This one here should be mostly cross stitching, but I don't know. I think I'm seeing some yarn and that looks dangerously close to fabric in there. So maybe these bins have become a catch-all. This here, second one over here, by the plant stand, I had been using that kind of as when I was doing fiber festivals as just having bags and whatever in there, pens and tape and all those things that you would just need. But I think it has got some more stuff in there too. Oh, fun. Okay, and then there's this shelf. This shelf, look at, there is the poodle. Lots of times in our Fiber Friends Friday night knitting, we always end up somehow, when we talk about pom-poms, we talk about, remember those poodles? Does anybody remember their mom or their grandma having those? Yes, this one was my mom's and it made its way to me. So there's a bunch of stuff on here. I actually see some yarn I think I can actually part with. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll just do a quick look through these drawers and see what I have collected. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff I'm surprised at. Okay, let's take a look really quickly through these cabinets, or these shelves, these drawer storage units. And I was right, there's fabric. Oh, this one's got kitties on it. Okay, so what was my criteria that I used last video? It had to be yellow. That's kind of a version of yellow, right? It had to have flowers. Had to be holiday themed. I think that was the three things, right? Well, this is kind of, that's got yellow in it and there's leaves, so I think that's qualifying. And these are cats, which are super cute, so I think I'm going to keep it too. I'm going to toss those over there. Toss. That's not a good sign, is it? Anyways, and this, oh, this is just all yarn that looks like I've picked up at Value Village, thrift stores. What is this? Golden Glow, Newland and Company, Galt, Ontario. You know what? I just got a whole other idea for some videos in the future. Once we get through this room, I have a whole collection of yarn, and I don't know if I've maybe ever talked about this before, but I was on a search probably one summer trying to find different ball bands, different old brands of yarn, things that would have been cleared out of like our mother and grandmother's house that we maybe wouldn't have seen the ball bands before. And so I have a bunch of this, and that I have a bunch of that in the basement that we could always look through. But look at these. Look at how that has the dye lot on there. And yeah, dye lot number 2. That is probably what some of this is. Pattens. Okay, so there's Pattens in a plastic bag. Pattens Beehive. Sale. Oh boy. 25-gram ball. I'll quickly go through these because I'll put these aside and this can be a whole different video at some point. So that yarn is going to keep because that is my yarn collection yarn. That's never a good sign. Okay, you know what these are? Oh, okay. So this bin, right? This is supposed to all be stitching stuff, and this is stitching. These I got from a friend of Caroline's, and I've just put them in here. So they're 2 different sizes. They're for hanging, like a wall hanging, which are really cute, aren't they? Okay. Random ball of yarn. Random label. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to actually put this stuff back in because, I don't know. No, I want this to be my stitching. Anyways, we'll figure that out. We'll just see what's through here. Oh, boy. Okay. More Ada kind of stuff. So this should be stitching, embroidery, needlepoint, which it is, because I was on a mission to collect this too. There's going to be a lot of that around. More Ada. Oh my goodness, what is this? Punch. Oh, is this, did I think this was, okay. Another bag. Come from a thrift store. All these little balls. What are they? Ultra Punch. 100% acrylic for punch embroidery. Well, obviously I need that because some point I'm going to do punch embroidery, and I do have the punch for this. It says it punches fuller, it's brushable, it's soft and plush, machine washable and dryable, and color fast. Look at that. So I have a few colors. Okay. That's a keeper for, you know, what else is, oh, embroidery hoops. Because I may need those at some point. Anyway, so this is going to be my stitching unit. So whatever stitching supplies I have, I want to go in here. Maybe this one over here. I should turn you. There's number 2 over here. Is that better? Maybe both of these can be stitching. That's probably more reasonable, right? Okay, done. Both of them are going to be stitching. Okay, I'm going to turn you back around a little bit this way. More. Okay, maybe I will take these out and I'll kind of sort it, and when I put it all back in. Oh my goodness, look at all this. So this I think is 100% wool, like tapestry wool. Penelope. Who knows how old this stuff is? Look at that. Yeah. Anyways, someday I had grand plans to do canvas work or needlepoint. What else there is? More. Oh, there's some felt. Oh, yes. Somebody made this for me, and it is a needle keep. So this is definitely something to keep. Okay. Oh, here we go. Embroidery stitching tool. I think I have 2 of these because I found another one downstairs. That's all right. I'm not even sure. Oh, what? Oh. I have 2 more of these. Remember I found these over here? Don't be surprised. You know, I think these are, I had a friend whose husband, no, he made some and we ordered some, I think from Holland, which this would be because it is not in English. And the instructions are not in English, which means I'll have to get Kathy to translate for me. Oh, and there's these little hooks because you want to have, as you're making, so remember I said it was like an I-cord that you make out of this? And there is, like, I wonder if these are like fishing weights because it's heavy. So you'll hook this on the cord to help pull it down. Okay, so obviously these all need to go. So where did I put those? Oh, they're behind me. Okay, those need to be consolidated into one drawer. And then there's just some more odds and ends. More of these spools, more hoops, more hoops. Oh, what is this? Interesting, interesting, interesting. I think there might be a story here, you guys. Is it with this one? Is it this one? No. Oh, this came. Where did I find this? Stretch and stitch bars. Instructions are in English, so that's a good sign. So I think I remember I must have found this in a kit. Did it come with a kit? But anyways, look at it. It's got those grooved edges. So this one, obviously I couldn't get all the way in, but they just kind of all pushed together. So the question is this for actually stitching your project or is this for framing it? Complete your stitchery following instructions contained in the kit. Insert into back of frame for hanging. But there looks like there's, I don't know. Anyways, I have this. Do I need to keep this? Does anybody know what this is? Should I ask Caroline? Let's see. Anyways, that is that. This, oh boy. More and more. Ooh, this, so now this is actually some cross stitching stuff. Some fabric, these threads. Tapestry needles and what is this? Weeks Dye Works. Okay, so obviously I bought this for a project that I do not have any clue what it was now. So I don't know what I'll do with that. Well, I mean, I'll keep it obviously for something and find something else. When Thread and I was going out of business, our local needle shop, I stocked up, as any hopeful want-to-stitcher would do. Oh my God. Obviously, I was thinking of something else here. You know, it would have been helpful if I put a copy of the pattern in here. Tons more tapestry wool. Fiber, or I mean, more. Oh, more needles. Oh, more dish towel fabric, because remember I said last video I was going to stitch. I wonder where that fabric, where did I stick that? Because that could maybe all go. Okay, now here's the question. How do I sort? Do I put this with my fabric, or does cross-stitch fabric go in here with cross-stitch supplies? I think I should go with cross-stitch supplies. I think I should keep my fabric separate. Anything that I'm going to do with English paper piecing and hand sewing, that should stay together. And anything for stitching should go in the stitching supplies. Here is just a random piece, practicing my embroidery stitches. And there is a needle in here. Okay. At least that's, well, it was stitching stuff. There was no yarn in there. That's a good sign. And down here, the next drawer, more. Will I ever do a needlepoint project? Who knows? I don't know. The odds are probably slim, but I guess I have stuff there. Oh, well, look at. I know I have 3 of these. So I guess I've got, if I did these, I have got the, do I use tapestry wool for this though? Are the holes too small for tapestry wool? This looks like a call to Caroline when I need to do this. Get her expert opinion. Anyways, that is all stitching, so that's good. I'm happy with that. The very bottom drawer has something that I've started. I like this 8 o'clock though. Some more heavy canvas. And this was what I was thinking we would, oh, this is my 3rd one of this. Okay, so I guess I got this far ready to start stitching. Can you guys see the pansies? I bought, so I have 3 of these. The other 2 I held up. What was one? A rose and one was an iris, and the pansies. My plan was to stitch these. Pansies would be for me. The iris would be for my aunt, and the other one would be for my mom. And I'll give you a quick story. This frame, so this was probably back almost 6 years ago that I decided I was going to start stitching, 5-6 years ago. And that's when I met Caroline and Adrian. And anyways, I mentioned to my mom that I was going to start stitching, and she said she had these. These were frames. So I guess they had, the idea is I just took thumbtacks and tacked the canvas onto here. She had these in the garage ready to go in her burn pile, and she pulled them out for me. These are frames that my dad made for her way back. I don't know, when I was a kid. I remember my mom doing some like Japanese embroidery. A few pictures she's done and has framed that are in the house. Anyways, so Dad made these for her. And of course, she was cleaning out the basement. They'd been there for like, 40 years, right? And she's never used them again. So she finally thought, oh, whatever, I'm going to get rid of them. Just when I decided I was going to start stitching. So there's 2 of them. I think this is the smallest one. I think the other one is larger. And I used I used one of them for a project that I actually did complete. So these have special meaning. And could you imagine if I'd shown up at my mom's doorstep a week later to have her tell me that she had burned these? Anyways, I saved them. I have them and I've used them. And this one here is ready to go. So maybe I should dig through my colors, see if I have anything that's good for pansies. Anyways, that's that. Oh, magazines. The bottom of this drawer. Oh, what is this? This is embroidery. Oh, candle wicking. I took home ec in grade 9 and grade 10 and did not really like it. Did not like it. I am not a sewer at all. My mom is. I am not. But we had to do a pot holder that was candle wicking, which is just basically French knots. And I fell in love with that. And I did a few projects when I was a teenager. And then it kind of was one of those crafts that kind of fell off the radar. And it was really, really hard to find any projects. So of course I've looked on Pinterest and there is a few things out there. But that's probably why I bought this, was candle wicking. Anyways, the rest of this drawer is magazines. Over here, let's see I'll just in this other shop. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Container filled with floss. Look at that. And some yarn because, oh no, it's not. Okay, so this looks like more tapestry yarn. This looks like it could be pansy colors though, right? Pipe cleaners. I bought these green because I think this was supposed to be for my candy canes because, green. Which the pipe cleaners, when I knit the candy canes, the pipe cleaners don't show through anyway. So really any old pipe cleaners would do. But, okay. Oh. There's some beads in here. And more floss. Oh, and there's some kits. I bought these from Knit Stitch, from Suzanne at Knit Stitch. I will have to do these. Oh my goodness. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm and I'm sitting right by the window and there was just a big flash of lightning. Anyways, yeah. And then some other little kits. Ribbon. Okay. This has become a little bit more of a catch-all and more. All right, let's just go quickly. Oh my. You guys, please don't judge me in all my collecting. Okay, this one. Oh, this is a unicorn. This is one of those little kits. This came from Knit Stitch to do the unicorn. And it's got the polyfill in there. That would be fun to do. some more random bits of Ada that I picked up somewhere. And guess what? I just found more of. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, and there's some cross-stitch floss in there. All right, anyways. That's that. Is that really? Oh. I can't believe I'm going to show you guys this. It's not, it's not more tapestry wool. And this isn't quite all of it. But obviously I bought red, white, and green for candy cane knitting. And you know, there's, oh. Okay, I'm not sure what I have. Maybe I had another craft. Maybe when Lauren and Nathan were smaller, my niece and nephew, maybe I bought some of those pipe cleaners to do some crafts with them. Anyways, and googly eyes. Okay. I can do a little clean out on here. I don't need to have pipe cleaners. I'm even scared to look what's in the bottom drawer. Oh no. Oh, all kinds of needles, and this whole bottom is filled with tapestry wool. Oh, DMC, pure wool. I can barely read the writing on there. This is crazy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Like, look at this stuff. Okay, I need to obviously consolidate this and find a bin or two just for this. But look, there's some larger. I could knit with this, couldn't I? Sure I could. It's tapestry wool, moth resistant, 100 yards, 1.7 ounces. Brucilla Evermatch tapestry wool. And what is this one? Supersize mending yarn, made in Canada. Oh, and made in Guelph. Harold Williams Yarns Limited. See, that's why I like to collect this kind of stuff, because this is part of our history. Stuff like Guelph. Like there's no, well, Spinrite up in Listowel is the only yarn manufacturing company that is still, to my knowledge, I mean, other than indie dyers and small local fiber mills like Wellington Fibers that have popped up, but like commercial places, these places don't exist anymore. So there was one in Guelph. Anyways, that is that. I'm going to organize a little bit, put all this tapestry wool together, put my fabric with the fabric I found last week, my stitching, my Ada, all the containers with all the floss, have that together. So at least I know where things are. And, well, everything came out of these drawers, so they have to go back in, right? And fingers crossed, hopefully I don't find any more tapestry wool. I think I have it all. Well, I'm not going to say, I don't know. There's a 50-50 chance that I will find more somewhere. But anyways. 2 dedicated storage units to stitching and needlework. I can live with that. Okay, I'm going to start sorting, and then we'll move over here. And we'll start working on whatever we find over here. I will be back. I'm feeling like I'm making good headway. All of this is sorted. Those are the 2 shelving units, storage units that I cleaned out. So I got all of that tapestry wool sorted. I won't go through the drawers again, but I sorted it all out. Ada fabrics all in one, some miscellaneous stuff in others, magazines all together, and I've just pulled them out of the way and moved them over here. And this is other things that I showed you last week, and my lovely spinning fiber. So even though It looks like a mess. It is an organized disarray. So next up is this shelving unit. Just take a look and see what's on there. There's not very much on here, so this is going to be really quick. And then I'm going to move that empty shelf back around here and set it with all this stuff so I can have this wall space to add in 2 new shelves. I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll take a closer look at what all I have stuck on these shelves. Let's take a look and see what we find. I've made a little space here. I pulled this shelf down out of the way, left a little bit of a gap here. See if I can pull this shelf out. This is kind of an odd little setup here. There's this wall here, and then there's a cutout. So this shelf goes right back in here. So I've got to be able to pull it down so I can get around this corner. But first thing first, I'm going to clear off up top. More knitting needles, my sheep, that was a gift from some girls at work, and my pom-pom box. And then look at all this yarn. I'm going to totally clear this wall out so I can move my desk over here. So everything here's got to... and look at this. You guys are going to... I don't know what you're going to think when you see this. But look at this. There was a whole little cubby down here filled Bernat Disco. And don't worry, I was not going to make a sweater out of this. I think that girl in the ball band is wearing a poncho. Every time I look at this, I think Christmas tree something. And that's why I've always kept it. But I don't know. This go around, not so sure it'll make the cut. I think I'll flip the camera around and we can start going through some of these cubbies here and see what's in there. I know some of the yarn's been around for a while. This stuff's been around for a while. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right, here we are at this shelf. I'm going to try to go through this stuff as quick as I can and see what's in here. First up, a whole bag of Patton's Classic Wool. I know I got this at the tent sale a couple of years ago. I don't know how long it's been sitting here. Deep olive. Love this color. So I'm not sure what I've said on video and what I haven't, but I really want to, when I move these shelves, I really want to sort things by weight. I want sock yarn over there, worsted weight, DK, chunky, cotton. That's how I want to sort it. Right now, everything here is just a mishmash. That was worsted weight. You know what? I think this is pretty much all alpaca. Now that I've just said that, do I want to keep all my alpaca together or do I want to separate it out? I have to think about that. There's some llama, alpaca. This is some, look at that beautiful gray. This is from Debbie Zeraldo alpaca. Tell just by the feel of this, so this is more alpaca. I think those are the same skein. Oh, this is an alpaca. Ooh. This here is a different one. This is, Organic Best Welsh. Natural silver, what is that? Farmed in Wales. I am not sure where I got that, but look at that beautiful color. It's very similar to this Shetland that I have. I have a lot of this Shetland. This is a nice Landic from Kimber Valley Farms. This I know I got at the Kawartha Fiber Festival last year. It feels nice. It's rustic. It has a wool feel to it for sure. But the color, that chocolate brown, is gorgeous. More Shetland, more alpaca. Boy, there's something to be said about going through your stash. It really makes you want to knit what you've got. That was another polo Shetland. Another darker gray. And these feel like a heavier weight alpaca. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I will keep my alpaca together. So much for sorting by weight. That didn't last very long, did it? And these are both alpaca. Again, this is from W. Zeraldo. Nice. Feels really soft. As all alpaca does. Okay, let's carry on. There's more. This is more of the Shetland. Isn't that beautiful? This could be a sweater. I have enough of this for a sweater. Oh, colorwork sweater. Colorwork cardigan. More alpaca. Lots more alpaca. This is from Shears to You. This, I don't think these ladies are still up there. This is two women, two sisters up near Palmerston that had alpacas. And I think they had a small processing facility there. Oh, this stuff is beautiful. Super, super soft. This was years ago when my kids were a lot younger. On our way up to the cottage, we found this alpaca farm. We stopped in there. They had a store right there on the farm. And the kids and I got to go in the pasture field. And that might have been the first time I'd been in with alpacas. And oh my gosh, they were so friendly. A couple of them came right up to the kids. They wrapped their neck around your neck. It was like giving you a hug. And you could hear this little humming noise that they made, kind of like when cats purr. It was lovely. I think the kids and I stopped in there 2 or 3 summers in a row on the way up to the cottage. And I bought fiber and yarn. So it was a win-win for everybody. Here's more alpaca. Oh, this stuff is super, super soft. This is Debbie Zeraldo's alpaca again. Look at that. I'm not sure if it says what weight it is. What does it say on the tag? Does it say? Oh, this is lace weight. Lace weight. That'll be nice. Looks like a heavier lace weight though, maybe. 2 ply, 70%. Oh, this is alpaca. Alpaca merino bamboo. That is almost a tongue twister, isn't it? That's nice. And these ones here feel, I'd say, alpaca and merino again. Lovely. Have to think about what I can do with that white. Okay, what else do I have? I'm going to pull all of this down because it again, oh, this is some commercial yarn. But again, look at the gray. Some alpaca, more Shetland, and more Shetland. I think I should definitely do a sweater out of that Shetland. Okay, this yarn here. This yarn has a story too. This is a chunky weight wool. This has been in my stash for quite a number of years. Got it in Toronto at Creative Festival, I'm thinking probably. Initially I bought a bunch of this thinking that, well, my friend and I were going to make a felted bag. That's why I picked up a bunch of colors. Then I'm pretty sure I went back the next day and bought more, thinking that I would do kits, makeup kits, and use them as a project for a future class. And I have tons of it. This ball is just sitting here randomly. It looks like a sock weight. Not sure. Painted Desert. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I'm not sure where that one came from. But look at all of this. Ooh, that's something separate. Look at all these fun colors. Notice there's no pinks, no purple. There is some blue. There's a navy, but look. I love this stuff. This stuff is fantastic. And it is not bad. I mean, as far as the itch factor goes. So, okay, I think I could definitely make a nice colorwork sweater out of all this handful, armful. I'm just going to try to carefully set it on this side of the room so I still have room to swing these shelves and slide them across. This stuff is beautiful. You'll probably remember from one of the Fiber Friends episodes, Caroline was knitting, I think this was one of Josh's patterns with the mosaic in it. I think this colorway was in there. Spawn of Scum. I don't know about the name, but the color is beautiful. It's a little more, it looks a little greenier on camera. It's more of a golden yellow color. But look at what a big ball. This came from a shopping trip with the Codependent Knitters from Feather Your Nest. I remember where I bought this. It's lovely. It's a sock weight. Oh, these 4 balls. Okay, I'm going to turn around here. I feel like I'll do a Vanna pose here. These 4 balls of Noro. Sorry guys, I'm not going to edit all these little mistakes, little bloops. They're going to stay in, so you'll just have to bear with me. Noro, 4 balls of this. This came from Wool and Silk. This was a yarn shop that was in the town close to where a few of us did a girls' getaway, a knitting weekend, and this came home with me. Noro, I think it's not Silk Garden Kiri, and it is silk, wool, and mohair. Look at that. That needs to become something someday soon. This looks like a bag of yarn that I would have inherited from somebody who was de-stashing. Look at these little balls. There's the ball band, Emu. Super crepe, knits to 4-ply patterns. It looks like sock weight, I would guess. And I think these are just little tiny, yeah, it says 28 to 35 grams, 1 ounce, 100% wool. Anyways, it's a pretty color. What does it have to say what the color is on here? Parisian blue. 100% wool, and it feels, I don't know, not bad, not bad. Let's keep going here. I'm going to pull out all of this yarn to show you. This was some sweater quantity of yarn that I know I got. See if I can get it all in one arm load. Up in Listowel at the Spin Right tent sale. And this was super, super cheap. Just like that bag of Patton's Classic Wool, it's like probably like $2 a ball. And this stuff is something similar, probably, $1.50, $2 a ball. Bernat Twisted Chocolate Twist is the color. Who doesn't want a sweater called Chocolate Twist? It is a super bulky, 80 acrylic and 20 wool. So I have I have all this. Oh, this one's not the same colorway. I've got 2 different colorways. So this one, oops, I have yarn falling everywhere. So I've got about 6 balls of this. A couple fell on the floor. And what color is it? Tan twist. So hopefully there'll be enough to do a sweater out of this too. I have such a hard time resisting sale yarn. What else? This stuff. This looks like crochet cotton. but it is, what did they call it? It's not crochet cotton, thread. Crochet thread, which is a sneaky way of disguising the fact that it's not cotton at all. It is actually an acrylic, which I knew when I bought it. And again, I've got tons. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. There you can see it that way. Look, I have a cone. I have big balls. I have smaller balls. I have almost every color. And what, I don't know. And because I don't know, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with all of it. Some of it that I have multiple balls in, I had thought I would do a cardigan out of, because it is really nice and thin. And wouldn't that make like a nice summer top? I might have got some of this thinking I was going to make knit doilies out of it as well. The reason I can't carry on with that is the fact that because I know it's acrylic, and if to do a doily, usually they're lace and you want to block it out, acrylic doesn't block. So that's why there's no doilies out of this. But look at the colors, nice bright colors. So I have tons of this. Like lots. Ooh, look how nice that green is though. So what do you think? Would you make a sweater out of something so fine? More green. Oh, there's more dark green. I'm not even sure exactly how much is on here. I guess I could weigh it, because these all came again out of the seconds bin. So there's no ball bands on any of these. So it's just kind of, each ball could be have a little more, some could have less. But anyways, again, these would be like $1 a ball. Okay, another empty cubby. Look at, we've got this top corner. Let's take a quick look and see what we find up here. Oh my gosh, this has a ball band on it. And I think I even remember what this is. I think hand spun. Yes, there is, it's 60 grams, 110 meters. This was a skein at Kitchener Knitters Fair, I believe. And this was a booth that had all hand spun yarn. And I fell in love with the colors and I got it. It's not a ton of yardage, so I'll have to mix it with something. But I've had that for quite a long time. More. Actually, I think this is cotton. This is actually DMC. Number 10 weight. So this will be cotton. Question is, do you knit with that or should I stitch with that? Let's see. Some of this is late. Okay, hold on while I retrieve my runaway balls. This, I think I have a lot more of somewhere else in the room, but this is a lace weight. Look how nice and thin that is. Huh. And what is this? Zephyr lace weight. Now, I bought these 2 balls with a project in mind. Isn't that gorgeous? So I think I should definitely keep my lace weight all separate. I think I'm going to surprise myself. I think I have more lace weight than I think I have. This looks like some of that Shetland, all of that Shetland that I showed you. Obviously, I was swatching for something. Oh, it feels so nice. It's very woolly. Okay, orange. I knit a shawl out of this, and I think I bought 2 balls. This balbine does not go with this. I know I bought this at Little Red Mitten. It looks like it could be a lace weight. And I'm pretty sure the colorway on this was carrot. Miscellaneous sock yarn, pretty colors. I'm going to start losing more yarn as I'm trying to set it on a chair. Oh, there's another ball of this. a third ball of that lace weight. Put it over here. Have to try to keep all of these together. Oh, I bought 2 of these balls. This is 100% silk. I forget what other colorway I bought. It was probably a pink. And I knit my mom a beautiful scarf out of this. And I have 1 left that I have not touched. Interesting. That's a good find because I'd forgotten I had that. This pink. I remember I bought this thinking I would knit this for my mom. Silk and wool. Jagger spun. Yeah, okay, so 50% silk, 50% merino. Moth-proofed. Okay, there's a question. I haven't seen moth-proofed on anything other than some really old balls of wool. Leads me to wonder, what do they do to make it moth-proof? Anyways, anybody know? Because I really don't. I mean, I'm assuming, oh, look at this. This is exciting. A ball of my hemp and cotton. This should not have been up there. It should have been over here. Okay, I'll have to set that aside so I can put it with the rest of it. That was a nice find. Obviously, I just stuck that there. This is a ball of classic wool. Oh, that's fun colors. Sock yarn. No ball band on this one either. This would have came from, I'm guessing probably, I don't know, Red Mitten? Possibly. Oop. Okay, now what is this? Okay, this rings, oh my gosh, I have a whole ton of this over there in a lot of different colors. And is this a cotton or an acrylic? It's a bulky weight. What is it? Acrylic and cotton. It feels nice, but it's one of those that's not really, it's not a ply, it is that. what is the word for that? Because it's not plied. It's a single ply of however they've put that yarn together. Okay, so here, lace ball. This is like a zilver ball. So I wondered if that's what that other round one was. Oh, it's over there now. The other brown shade, if it was similar to this. But this is lace weight, you guys. Look how thin that is. I've actually started a little something with it. Not very much. I don't know. I wonder if I will rethink all of this lace yarn purchases once I actually start knitting with it. And this. Okay, that's lace weight too. Definitely not my colors. I don't know who I was thinking of this. Blue and pinks. I don't know who that would go before. And there's one more stuck way back here. And this looks like, oh, you know what this is? This is more of this in an orange. Okay, I'm gonna feel so excited to get this all organized and all the same yarns put back together. Okay, we've got the top 2 shelves done. Shall we keep going? I'm not even sure what we're gonna find in here. Clever Cat Knits. Oh my goodness, this is going back a long time. Look at those colors though, isn't that beautiful? I'm not even sure if this woman is still dyeing. That is like a lace weight too. We had her come out to Guild and do a dyeing demo for us years ago. And then I think she moved out east. That would be fun to Google to see if she is still dyeing. Okay, I'm trying to sort. I want to get to this. So look at these. Those two are the same. Excellent. I think, so this is Hopeful Shetlands. And remember, so as with all the other Shetland yarn I had, I've got tons of Shetland. I've got fleece. I'm pretty sure fleece that matches this, because I'm sure I bought these 2 skeins of yarn and bought the fleece in these colors from Michelle, thinking that I would, of course, card and spin the fleece so, you know, I could try to make perfect yarn just like she has done up. Which, of course, then there's like no universe is that ever going to happen, because my spinning is so inconsistent. It would never look the same, but I don't know. It was a good thought at the time. And look at this. More Shetland. And look at those colors. Beautiful. Wonderful. All right. Okay. So what was this? This was some Briggs & Little. This is gorgeous. I think this is lace weight too. I bought this, I know, at a show in Toronto. Might have been the Knitter's Frolic. Anyways, Sweet Paprika. Isn't the color beautiful? Oh, wool, merino, and silk. These are 2 other really pretty ones. This is from Leo and Roxy. This might be, they had a little bit of self-striping yarn when they first started dyeing. Don't think they're doing any right now. And this, look at this, Halloween. Definitely Halloween, and the name is Witch's Boots. Look at that. Maybe I should have sock yarn. Have like one little shelf for Halloween and Christmas sock yarn. I could do that too. Look at this. This feels interesting. It feels interesting, but it almost feels, I don't know. It's lace weight, 100% tencel. And interesting. It's got nice sheen to it. My friend, oh no, I just heard yarn fall. Trying to pile it so neatly over here, and I just have an avalanche. My friend and I each bought a skein of that to do. We had an actual pattern, a shawl picked out for that. Okay, let's keep going here. Lichen and lace, wildflowers. How apt, right? Look at that. Beautiful. I think I bought this. No, I don't have the other one here. I bought 2. I know I bought a couple of these to do a brioche with. Oh, and this is just some commercial alpaca, which is soft, but it doesn't feel near as soft as the local alpaca. It is really, really nice. These 3 skeins, is this, is this Circle R? No, this is not Circle R. This is Gaynor Homestead, which is another local farm. They have Rambouillet sheep, which is also named French Merino, and this is soft. Now, if you want some local sheep, this I would have to say is probably your best bet as being the softest around here. The Shetland that I have, the fleece from Circle R, will find some of their yarn somewhere around here. It is a little rustic, a little woolly wool, a little scratchy. If you're sensitive to wool, you're probably going to find it a little itchy. This stuff here, though, is definitely softer. Absolutely softer. It's really nice. I had a blue skein. I don't know if I still... Oh, what is this? Is this it? Uh-oh. This is a no-name skein. Uh-oh, did I just lose the band? Okay, we'll have to hold on to this. This might be, because I bought a blue and it was called Space Cadet Blue from Gaynor Homestead, and I was going to make my brother a hat. And you know what? This might be it. I'm wondering if the ball band, if I'll find a loose ball band somewhere in there. Anyways, it's really nice. Highly suggest it. And they just popped up on my Instagram feed today saying that their farm store is open again. And I am assuming that you probably, I don't know, call or go make an appointment to shop there. Be well worth the trip. It's just outside the city. Okay, yeah, and so there's this. I'm just going to keep this up here in case I do find the ball band. Oh boy, this, we're back into 100% viscose from bamboo. What? This stuff I'm going to seriously have to think about downsizing. Yellow. Okay, so this is more of that stuff that didn't have the ball band on it that I said crochet thread. Is that what I called it? I think that's what I called it. So it's Bernat. So what does it call it? So it's a Bernat handicrafter as well, just like the dishcloth cotton, except this is called crochet thread. And then when you turn around here on the back, in the green bubble there, it says 100% acrylic. So I hope people haven't bought that, assuming that it looks like cotton, because it's not. Now this here, America's Best Cotton, I know this came from up at Spin Right at the tent sale, but look at those colors. Isn't that fun? So this is cotton. This might make, I don't know, this is a little bright maybe for, well, I don't know, a summer top, not actually a full sweater maybe. That might be cute. When things fall out at you, you know you're too full. And I've got pink. Pink, pink, pink. Okay, I don't know why I have pink. I will not wear pink. Maybe I could part with the pink and give it to somebody who loves pink. So you know these, when they're packaged like this, you know they've come from the tent sale. Black and navy. Because, you know, you gotta have one of everything, right? And it's also it's hard to not buy that quantity, because when you buy 3 packages, you get the 4th one for free, which then really cuts down on the price per ball. So I always end up with 4 bags. Anyways, there's 2 more, 2 more single balls of this green color and a whole package. Does this have a name? Lemon Lime. Lemon Lime. Actually, I think this would make a cute lacy summer top. I think it would. What else is in here? 1 more ball if I didn't already have enough. Okay. I think we're going to just end on this shelf here, because this video is getting long enough. I hope everybody is comfy and has got lots of knitting done. Okay, so again, there it is, that lime green. Here it is in the shades pink and yellow. What color is it? What color? It's a size 5. So this always gets me crochet, like crochet cotton, right? So this is a 10. Okay, and this is a 5, so this is a little thicker than a 10. A 10 is thinner, 5. I don't know, that number, the numbering system doesn't make sense in my head. Anyways, I still haven't found the, maybe I'm going to give up on the color. Oh, Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti. It is very cute, isn't it? Another ball of the blue. Okay, that's got this top shelf finished. I'm going to put this blue ball back down here and just pretend I didn't see it for right now. It fell off the shelf. I'm going to move this one over and we can take a look at the bottom shelf. I'll give you a sneak peek of what's coming if I can tip you down. That's a sample of what's next. Okay, anyways, that is that. That's a lot of yarn, a lot of nice yarn, but I think some of this, like really and truly, all of this may not find a home. So I'm going to start sorting. Some of this is just going to stay on the floor until I get some more empty shelf space. And then I'm going to start putting it back on grouped in categories. So whether, I guess I maybe will keep I think I will keep all my alpaca together, but still try to sort it kind of by weights. And my worsted weight wool, I guess I'll say. And go from there. So everything will have an allotted space, like so many shelves will be allotted for worsted, so much for lace. And if it doesn't fit, then I'm going to have to donate it. That's the plan. So we'll see. I'm already making plans. I have one more of these white shelves downstairs in my living room. So I'm making plans. I'm going to bring it up here. So I will have one more extra shelf I'll have to play around with. But anyways, there's still going to be lots of yarn that's going to have to go. So that is going to be it for this video. Hope you got lots of knitting done as you were joining me. And I will see you all tomorrow, because tomorrow is Monday. There's a New Start Monday video, and I have some new yarn. I have new yarn. I bought more yarn. Probably not the best thing to admit after I just showed you all of this. So I will see you tomorrow for a New Start Monday video. And we'll be back towards the end of the week, and we'll do some more sorting. Happy knitting, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.